All right. Well, good morning, everyone, from a sunny and beautiful Bentonville, Arkansas, and welcome to Fast Pitch. My name is Matt Pfeiffer. I'm the founder and CEO of Supplier Community, and we're here today with our friend DJ Das from Third Eye Data.
Thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate that. Hello, everyone. This is DJ Das, founder CEO of Color Data, and welcome to another edition of Fast Pitch. So today's presentation would be all about doing more while saving on time and how AI can actually make it happen for you. So with that, let me kind of dive in. So a little bit about me. I founded Third Eye in 2011. I've been a Bay Area resident for about 28 plus years now. I have been bitten by the Bay Area bug, and I have been an entrepreneur and also an investor in various startups here. I also like to give back to the community, and for which I kind of run a lot of meetups where I talk about technologies. The most common question that people ask me is, how can really AI help an SMB? Typically, people think of an AI technology as being a very expensive, very wide and broad implementation, which will take lots of dollars and time to actually implement that. SMBs don't have the time and the bandwidth and the financial resources to actually cover all that. However, things are changing, and we at Third Eye are the ones who are trying to make this change in a big way for the SMB time. So I'm going to talk to you today about how AI can actually help you run your store or your online retail store more effectively and make more money while you are saving on time. As you know, when you run a business, there are many operational tasks that you actually have to handle. But the reality is that 80% of these tasks that you do are very repetitive in nature. You can actually automate those tasks while you can do whatever you really matters to you. So AI is an AI application is what helps you to actually take care of these such tasks where they can help your customers answer the question that they might have, help them navigate through your website, help them understand about the various promotions that you're running in your store, and give all those insights to you as a store owner, and an analytical dashboard in the back end that helps you understand what's happening on your website. So yes, AI can really help an SMB. So there are many ways that an SMB can take advantage of AI apps. AI chatbots you might have seen in many different places right now, and they all differ a little bit from what they actually offer to the end user and the customer. Um, and I'm going to show you those differences too. So basically, you can think of an AI as a virtual assistant for you. It can actually do some things that you could have done yourself, but you would have spent time and money to actually do that. So think of AI as your virtual assistant, and which could be deployed on your store by using absolutely no lines of coding. So no integration, no task needed. You just kind of click on a button and things happen for you. Typically, when you are actually on any website and you see a chatbot, you see a chatbot that's asking you some canned questions. And that's where the problem lies in. Most of the time, the site visitors do not have canned questions. They have uh, varied questions, and you have to have that ability to answer those questions. AI chatbots are the ones that have a natural understanding of the questions that you're asking. So an AI chatbot is not rule-based, so it actually understands when you ask it a question about what exactly are you trying to ask, and then using AI technologies helps to come back to you with the best answer for your question. When you're trying to select an chatbot, you should look for certain things. First of all, it should be truly an AI chatbot, not a rule-based chatbot. By that, what I mean is it should have an ability to have a conversation with you like a normal human being. Technologies nowadays have come to a point where sometimes it gets a little bit difficult to distinguish between an actual human or an AI virtual assistant. That's how far the technology has to come in. It has to have an ability to self-learn itself. There is no way that you will be able to train your chatbot to answer all the questions and come back to your site visitors with the right answers all the time. So an AI chatbot naturally learns over time. So based on the questions that are being asked, based on the answers that it provides, it learns what worked, what didn't work, and based on what didn't work, it then recalibrates itself so that over time it becomes an actual human being kind of conversation. You can think of an AI chatbot or an AI virtual assistant more like a child who needs to be taught as to how to walk, how to run, but sooner or later, the person is a whole individual by itself. The other most important thing is we have to make sure that it is automated. You don't have the time to involve an IT department or IT folks to actually integrate all those things to you. It should be an easy to integrate and should automate things that you're looking to do. These days, it's a age of instant gratifications. You need everything now. Typically, when you actually fill in a form on a website, it says we'll get back to you within 24 hours. That's not going to cut it anymore. You really have to be able to respond to your customers when they're actually asking the questions. That's where an AI chatbot becomes much more effective. So I'm just going to show you as to how a chatbot really works, and how you could perform analytics on the results or the backend integration of the chatbot with your store. There are a few templates that we have in the Syra AI chatbot. These templates actually help you to select and choose what exactly you want to do without you having to do much about integration and validations. I'll go over the chatbots and the templates. I'll just show you a little bit of a demo here. This is a Shopify store that we have here, and this is the chatbot that is actually running here. So these are the various templates that you actually have on the store. The integration to this is as simple as this is your Shopify store backend. You just go to the Shopify marketplace. You then install your chatbot and analytics, and voila. What you have is you land on a page like this where all these templates are available to you, and you select what you need, and then you customize it, and then you click on a button called publish, and off you go. So the various templates that we have right now, everybody wants to build a subscriber base. It's always good to have one so that you could actually then give them targeted emails, talk to them about the promotions, and do other marketing related activities. So the Get More Subscribers template actually helps you to do that. It just enables you to, so a site visitor can actually sign up for all these things from your website. On a Shopify store, that you have an ability to create promotional discounts. You might say, for today, this category of products are on sale, but how do you promote them? How do your people or your site visitors get to know about them? So you actually integrate it with the template called Show Promotional Discounts, and all that it does is it actually does something like this, where you could click on the say show today's buttons and then show today's promotions, and it then tells you exactly what are the promotions that are currently running on your store. Again, no coding required whatsoever. You just install this template, and you could customize the template as you want when you actually go to the backend, and you import all the promotions that you have into your store, and then you can see all the list of promotions you have, and then the chatbot automatically takes care of actually showing these promotions on the chatbot as and when the users are asking various questions. So that's how easy things have actually come down to. One most common question that people normally ask is the order status. They want to know what really happened when you are actually when they have actually placed an order, and you normally have a human to actually do all these lookups for your customers so that they can know the status of their order. With Syra AI chatbots, you don't have to involve any human anymore. All that you have to do is you have to install the Syra AI chatbot onto your store. You have to go to the setup wizard, and you have to just say look up order status, and then you could customize it here, where uh, uh, where it shows what you have to do, and that's it. So that's all you have to do. Then you actually can come to this site and the chatbot, and then you can say get your order status, and all that you have to do is you, let's say a site visitor enters that email ID about what promotion, what order that they are actually giving, and based on the order that you might have placed previously, it tells you about the order that you have just placed. So the integration actually to the Shopify store for the order that you have placed, which you normally see here, actually happens automatically. You just select the template, then it shows up on your chatbot. Your site visitors then can click on the get order status button, and off you go. They will get the information about the current status of the order. Like as you can see over here, these are the actual orders that you have on the site. So you did not write even a single line of code to actually implement this for your backend. I mean, for your store. So that's one of the kind of the efficiencies that we have been able to bring in the SARA AI chatbot, reminding users of abandoned carts. Typically, what happens is, uh, let's say you have a site visitor. The site visitor is very engaged on your site. He or she is browsing through various products, and then they might want to buy something, and they click on the button to buy that product, and then the product is in the shopping cart. But for whatever reason, maybe they don't have their credit card at this point or something, they might abandon their shopping cart. And for you as a store owner, that's a loss. You actually got the site visitor to place an order and put an item into the shopping cart, but then they abandoned it for whatever reason. You can actually remind a site visitor about the cart that they abandoned when they come back to your website the next time. So again, no integration for you to work on this. All that you do is you click on the setup button, you click on that template, and then it shows up on your site. And look how simple it is. Abandoned cards, you don't even have to do anything. You can just deactivate a template if you don't need it anymore, but that's it. Then it actually starts on your website. You have so if you kind of land on a product, or when you come to the store and you as a user site visitor had abandoned your card earlier, it will automatically pop up and tell you that, hey, by the way, the last time you came to our website, you had this things in your cart, and click on this button so that you could buy it now. So for a store owner, that's a huge gain. You can instantly get your store visitors to actually buy the items that they forgot and left behind in their cards. Again, no integration, no coding, just installing or activating a template that you have here. It's as simple as that. The greatest problem that we see at this moment is the conversation that you're typically having with the chatbot. You type in a question, the chatbot doesn't have a proper answer for that. The chatbot then might say, okay, I don't understand what you're saying, or can you say that again, and stuff like that. That creates friction in a conversation that you would like to have with the store. With AI chatbots, these human-like conversations are made possible by using advanced AI technologies like natural language processing. Basically, it understands what question that you're asking. It has an ability to understand English language and the meaning of the question that you're asking. And then in runtime, by itself, it figures out, okay, if you're asking this question, then the probable answer should be this. And then it responds back to your site visitor with an appropriate answer. All of this without you having to do anything whatsoever. There were some issues with a site visitors asking questions, and that is the chatbot may not have domain awareness. By that, what I mean is, let's say you're running a store with, let's say, clothing. You have a lot of clothing that you are trying to sell on your store, but your chatbot actually may not know about this clothing or products that you're having on your site. It doesn't understand about the domain that you are in. You are in fashion domain, let's say. So AI chatbot actually has an ability to kind of walk through over all your products in your store and understand what are the items that you're selling in the store. Once it understands that, it can then uh, answer the questions that people ask on the chatbot about those products. So, for example, if you say, what kind of, I want a blue shirt, it actually understands that, oh, you're looking for a shirt, and then it understands the color of that shirt should be blue. Then it can actually come back to you with a response of all the shirts that are blue in color in the chatbot itself. And then you can make a selection, and then you can actually buy from them. That way, having an understanding about the products that you're trying to sell on your store reduces the friction between a customer or a site visitor from becoming a customer. This day and age, you have a lot of data that you're collecting in the backend. Collecting data is only good when you are actually able to analyze the data. We provide a lot of data. We provide a lot of analytics on top of the data. So you would, at any point of time, understand how exactly is your chatbot performing, what exactly is happening, so that you could actually fine tune the results of or the performance of the chatbot and make it more kind of available for your store. So, for example, over here, you can see how many visitors came to ask a question to a chatbot. Where are they all coming from? What are the unique countries that they're coming from? What are the most common intent? This is the most common. This is a very good point to ask here. Here, as you can see, most of the time people are asking about the order status. They want to know about the order status. That is a very good support question. Um, Over here, you can see what are the links on the website that they actually have been to. Here you can see what are the various countries from where your chatbot visitors have come in and have been asking a question. You could then use all this information in your marketing efforts, which could be geographically targeted, however you might want to deal with it. You are asking a lot of questions. You need to understand what kind of questions are being asked and what kind of answers are being given. So for that, you can see in the sessions that have been conducted with various people. You want to reduce this average session time because you want to make sure that the people are actually buying stuff. So the sooner they actually buy, the better it is for you because you have done more sales. So uh, it will help you to understand. These analytical dashboards will help you to understand what kind of sessions are you having on a daily basis and what kind of questions are being answered. So that's a little, so that's and something about the analytical chatbot dashboards. You can also have us customize this analytical dashboard. So we could actually make it happen as per your needs and wants. But again, that will be an additional cost that is not going to be out of the box. The other thing is you want to make the chatbot have a very good look and feel so that it looks like your store. So we have an ability to customize the chatbot to whatever levels you want. So you could change the greeting messages, you could change everything here to make sure that it looks like a part of your store. It's not like an additional thing that's kind of hanging out there. From an analytical purposes, you actually want to understand about what kind of interactions has your chatbot been doing. So you can then look up in the logs to see who has been coming in for you. This is more for you to get a better understanding of how the chatbot is being used by various site visitors who come to your website. And then the wanted to show you this publish button. This is the most important button where you just have to click on, since this is already published, we are showing unpublished, but if you are not published, then this could be the button that you have to click to publish the chatbot on your Shopify store. Our chatbots are by default available on any one of these sites, which is Facebook. You just have to give your access token and the page ID. We have live support folks here who can actually help you to integrate your chatbot to your Facebook page. You can also integrate it to Slack, Skype. or you could actually have us build a complete mobile chatbot app for you. Should you need it, or if you are the techie kinds, you want to build your own chatbot, we have a complete API that you could always use to actually build the whole chatbot by yourself using our platform. Uh, so that's a little bit about how easy things we have been trying to do in making things happen. Um, so uh, we want to make sure that you don't have to spend time in integrating in and automating the chatbot. Everything is coming out of the box. Currently, these are the channels that are available. Um, we currently have out-of-the-box models that support these domains: online retail, support services, taxation, immigration. We are coming up with healthcare, travel, and social causes also. Basically, by that, what I mean is the chatbot out of the box will have an understanding about those domains. It understands what to do, how to do, but then you could further train without any help from anybody to make it understand your website details also. Currently, we are available on Shopify, WooCommerce, WordPress, Zendesk. We are soon going to come up on the other marketplaces also. But we save the best for the last, and that is it's actually available for everybody for free. We have in-app purchases. Basically, if you are looking for additional functionality, that's when you pay. But if you just are okay with the default functionality, then you don't have to pay a dime. It's all free. So, for example, every template has got some kind of an in-app functionality. For example, in Get More Subscribers, if you need to have more than 10 subscribers, if you need to download the list of more than 10 subscribers, then you need to subscribe. Otherwise, if you are okay with just doing a copy paste like this, you can always do it again by yourself. But all in all, the Saira chatbots are free to use and only pay if you have any additional needs. So that's a quick intro from my side. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. You could send an email at this point at conversations@sara.ai, or you could come to the website sara.ai and download the chatbot and make it yours.
If anyone watching live or watching this on video later has any questions, reach out to DJ directly. They're a great team of folks and real responsive. So, DJ, thank you so much for making the time to do this today, and I look forward to catching up with you again soon.
Absolutely a pleasure. Thank you so much, Matt, for having me.